Hey dear students, welcome back to the e-learning platform of GS College of Commerce, Khurda. This lecture is for the subject Business Economics for BCom second semester. In previous lecture, we have started with our unit 3 where we have dealt with different theories related to factors of production. First theory that we have discussed over here was modern theory of distribution, where we have seen how the factors are priced in the market. Okay. After that, we have seen the theories of rent. So under that we have dealt with two theories. First one was the Ricardian theory of rent, where we have seen how the rent is determined according to the opinion of Ricardo. After that we have seen the modern theory of rent, where we have seen how the rent is determined for the different factors of production according to the views of the modern economists like Mrs. John Robinson, Holding, Benham, etc. Today we are going to see the concept of quasi-rent, and this concept of quasi-rent has been given by Alfred Marshall, who was an English economist. So now we are going to see what is basically the quasi-rent. See, when we talk about the factors of production, so it is of two types. First one is the natural factor of production, and second one is the man-made factor of production. When we see the land, so if I am going to ask you what kind of factor of production the land is, your answer should be it is natural factor. It is the free gift of nature to the human beings, right? Because we are not creating it, we are not making it, we are not making any efforts to create the land. It is already gifted by nature. So it is the natural factor. When we talk about the other factors of production, so it is man-made one, right? If you are going to talk about the capital, man is going to provide you that. So it is a man-made factor. If you are going to talk about the machinery, by making the use of capital, you are going to purchase the machinery and then you are going to use it in the production process. So again, it is the man-made factor, right? So this way, there are certain factors of production which are man-made, and there are certain factors of production which are natural. So when we talk about the concept or the phenomena of this quasi-rent, so it is associated with man-made factors of production. It is associated with the man-made factors of production. Okay, so the surplus earning that the man-made factors of production gets over and above their approximate cost is known as quasi-rent. So I just hope that you have got clear with the meaning of quasi-rent. So how the Marshall explains this concept? Let's try to see it with the help of the definition given by Marshall. He says the excess earning, which is a factor earned over and above its variable cost, is known as quasi-rent. Okay. So here, what Marshall says that it is the excess earning or the surplus earning, which a man-made factor of production gets over and above its variable cost. See, when we talk about the concept of rent, we do not categorize cost into the variable and the fixed one. We just take into consideration the total cost, right? Like in Ricardian theory, we have taken into consideration total cost of calculation. In modern theory of distribution, we have taken into consideration the total cost. But here, when we talk about the concept of quasi-rent, so this rent specifically takes into consideration the variable cost only. Okay, it takes into consideration the variable cost only. So basically, when we talk about quasi-rent, so it is the surplus earning which is given to the factors of production, man-made factor of production in excess over its variable cost. Okay, so this is what Marshall says about the quasi-rent. See, now what Ricardo used to believe that land gets rent because it is inelastic in supply, right? So here the Marshall says that all other factors, when you are going to talk about all other factors, when you are going to take into consideration all other factors of production like labor, capital, entrepreneur, so they are also inelastic in supply in short run. So like land in short run, they can also fetch rent. Okay. So according to Marshall, he also believes like modern economists, all those factors who are short in supply, who are inelastic in supply in relation to their demand, can fetch rent. supply in short run, but the supply becomes adjustable with their demand in long run. That is why quasi rent is given to the man-made factors of production in short run. Okay, and that is why we say that rent is a permanent phenomena and quasi rent is a temporary phenomena. Why temporary phenomena? Because when the supply is inelastic in short run, so rent will be even, rent will arise, but the supply will get adjusted with the demand in the long run, so rent will get disappeared. It is not going to be there on the permanent basis. That is why we say that rent is the permanent phenomena. The rent which is given to the land is permanent phenomena because it exists there during a long as well as short period of time. But the quasi rent is the temporary phenomena which exists in short run, and when the long run comes it gets disappeared because the supply becomes relatively elastic along with the demand. Right? So I just hope you guys are clear with the concept of the quasi rent. Now we are going to see what are the similarities between rent and the quasi rent. So first one is surplus earning. What is the meaning of surplus earning? Surplus earning is actual earning over and above the economic cost, right? Over and above the opportunity cost to the transfer earning. So when we talk about the rent, so rent is also the surplus earning which is given to the factors of production over and above their opportunity cost, and the quasi rent is also the surplus earning which is given to the factors of production over and above their variable cost. So both are surplus earning. It is one of the similarities between rent and the quasi rent. Second one is demand and production. See, rent also arises. Rent is also given to the factors of production because they are having demand for producing the final goods. Okay, and quasi rent also arises because the man-made factors of production are also having demand in the production process. For producing the final goods, you have to make use of the factors of production, and that is why they are given rent. So again, both quasi rent and rent arises due to the factors of production and demanded in production process. So this is one of the similarities between them. After that, inelastic supply. So as I have told you that land is having inelastic supply in both short as well as long run, and that is why it features rent in both short as well as long run. In the same way, other factors of production or other man-made factors of production are having inelastic supply in short run, but their supply becomes relatively elastic or adjustable with demand in long run, and that is why other factors of production gets rent in short run, and in long run the rent gets disappeared. But the reason for the rent in short as well as long run is the inelastic supply. Okay, so both rent and quasi rent arises due to inelastic supply. After measurable, when we talk about the measurement of rent as well as quasi rent, so here what you can see, it is the difference between the actual income and the transfer earning. Economic rent is nothing but the difference between actual income and the transfer earning, and therefore they are measurable on the same basis, and that this is the similarities between rent and the quasi rent. Now we are going to see the differences between rent and the quasi rent. Okay, so first difference between the rent and the quasi rent is on the basis of who obtains. When we talk about the rent, okay, so it is obtained by the natural factor of production as well as man-made factor of the production. But when we talk about the quasi rent, so it is obtained only by the man-made factor of production. The rent which is being given to land cannot be called as quasi rent. Okay, it's going to be rent only. So that is where who obtains. Man-made factor of production when gets the rent, it is known as quasi rent. Natural production factor of production when gets the rent, it is known as rent. So it is the one of the point of difference between rent and quasi rent. Then period. As I have told you that land is one of the natural factor of production which are having inelastic supply, right? In short as well as long run. That is why land features rent in both short as well as long run. But when we talk about the quasi rent, okay, when we talk about the quasi rent, so it is given to the man-made factors of production whose supply is inelastic in short run, but it becomes adjustable with demand in the long run. So quasi rent arises in short run only. So that is why we can say that trend is given both in long as well as short run, and quasi rent is given only in short run. Okay. So this is again one of the point of difference. After that, permanence. When we talk about rent, so it is given in short as well as long run to the natural production of natural factors of production like land. But when we talk about the quasi rent, so it is given to the man-made factors of production who are short in supply in the short run and then becomes adjustable with the demand in long run. So in long run, the concept of quasi rent does not appear. Okay, so that is why we say that quasi rent is the temporary phenomena and the rent is the permanent phenomena. Okay. After that, difference in earning and cost. So when we talk about the rent, okay, so rent is the difference between total cost minus total revenue minus total cost. Okay, but when we talk about the quasi rent, so it is the difference between total earning minus variable cost. Okay, so for the computation of quasi rent, only variable cost is taken into consideration. What is variable cost? Which changes with the unit of production is known as variable cost. Which the cost which remains fixed with the units of production is known as fixed cost. So when we talk about the cost